West Ham hit a new low at home. Nuno admits, "We have a problem," and the stats back it up. The worst home run since 1931. Tim Sherwood's gone in hard on the club's recruitment, Andy Goldstein's called out Sullivan and Brady, and even Gary O'Neill's had words for Max Kilman. There's injury news, a big Souček milestone, fresh striker links with Ivan Toney, Fabrizio Romano's latest on Endrick, and a moment of pride for Aaron Cresswell. Let's get into it. Monday night at the London Stadium, West Ham 0, Brentford 2. And to sum it up, it was a night that had shades of Lopetegui and Potter all over again. Confused selections, desperate changes, and no spark. The scoreline might have looked respectable, but only because Brentford couldn't finish half the chances they created. For the first time in Premier League history, one team made all 5 of their substitutions before the opposition had even made one. That team was West Ham. Nuno Espírito Santo's choices left many scratching their heads. Ollie Scholes was handed his first start of the season, but out of position on the right. Kyle Walker-Peters lined up on the left. Andy Irving was preferred in midfield over Magassa, and there was no recognised striker at all. By half-time, Nuno tore it all up. A triple change, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Konstantinos Mavropanos, and El Hadji Malik Diouf on for Scholes, Walker-Peters, and Matias Fernandes. It made no difference. Brentford were in control from start to finish. Igor Thiago opened the scoring before the break. Matthias Jensen sealed it deep into stoppage time, and the fans that hadn't already left made their feelings known. Booing, empty seats, and a toxic atmosphere all around. After the match, Nuno faced up to it. Speaking to both Sky Sports and BBC Sport, he admitted, "Not good enough, poor." Fairly, Brentford won the game, they were the better team, but what really stood out was his honesty about the supporters. "I think we are all concerned. You can see our own fans are concerned. Concern becomes anxiety, becomes silence. That anxiety passes to the players. We have a problem. It's up to us to change it. We are the people who have to pull the fans back together." This was his first home game in charge, and already he's confronting the reality of what's happening inside the London Stadium. Empty seats before kickoff, more during the match, and another wave of fans leaving before the final whistle. A clear protest against how things are being run. Nuno said the players need to show something that pleases the fans if they want that connection back. And right now, sitting 19th with 4 points from 8 games, that's a mountain to climb. Now I know it already sounds depressing, but when you hear the numbers, it gets even more depressing. That defeat made it 5 consecutive home losses, the club's worst run since 1931. It's also the first time in West Ham's entire league history that they've lost their opening 4 home games of a season. 236 days without a home win. That's how long it's been since fans at the London Stadium saw 3 points. Against Brentford, West Ham recorded an expected goals figure of just 0.33 with 1 shot on target, the 4th lowest by any home side in the Premier League this season. A performance summed up perfectly by Nuno's own words, "We have a problem," and the numbers prove it. If that wasn't enough, Opta Joe made it even clearer. West Ham United have spent more time winning against Nuno Espírito Santo, 16 minutes and 21 seconds versus Nottingham Forest in August, than they have in 3 games with him as manager in the Premier League this season. 0. 3 matches under Nuno. No wins, not a single minute in the lead. The stat says it all. And that frustration isn't just coming from the stands. Speaking on Sky Sports News, Tim Sherwood slammed West Ham's recruitment and leadership. "The ownership won't change," he said, "but what they need to do is employ people in recruitment who give the manager the tools to please their fan base, which is second to none. It's not good enough, it really isn't. I get frustrated just watching and talking about them." Sherwood's words echoed what others have said this week. Tony Cottee admitted he couldn't believe Nuno's team selection against Brentford. Jamie Carragher called West Ham the slowest team in the Premier League. The criticism is piling up, and the pressure on the board is growing fast. And speaking of the board, that pressure spilled over on TalkSport too. Presenter Andy Goldstein labelled David Sullivan and Karen Brady as the worst owners in the Premier League. He pointed to the Callum Wilson situation, claiming the striker was benched for financial reasons, that every appearance triggers extra payments. Danny Murphy backed him up, calling it ridiculous that business clauses could dictate football decisions. It's the kind of story that sums up the feeling among fans: frustration, distrust, and a complete lack of belief in the ownership. And with West Ham sitting 19th and protests still ongoing, things are as tense as ever inside the club. From boardroom problems to on-pitch ones, former Wolves boss Gary O'Neill has given his take on Max Kilman, a player he knows better than most. On Monday Night Football, O'Neill said, "We did a lot of work with Max. He's probably not found his best form yet this season. At Wolves, we worked on him not switching off the engine. Because he's big, he looks for a rest a lot. He'll be involved in the game, and if he gets a moment to switch the engine off, he'll take it. He went on to say that Nuno would need to drill that focus back into him, because right now, West Ham need defenders who are alert and aggressive. Kilman's numbers against Brentford underline that point. He won only 3 of 11 duels and mishit the clearance that led to the opening goal. For a player signed for £40 million, fans are still waiting to see his best. Oh, and as we look ahead to Friday night as we take on Leeds, the problems only get worse. From the club's official website, Nuno confirmed that Konstantinos Mavropanos will miss the trip to Leeds after picking up an injury late on against Brentford. He came on at half-time but was forced off again near the end. Nuno said, "He's injured. He's doing a scan to see the real injury that he has. I can't answer exactly how long he'll be out. For sure, this game is not an option for us." Nicholas Füllkrug and George Urfi are also still unavailable, both continuing their recovery. There is at least one small positive, although right now even that is debatable, depending on how you see it. If he plays on Friday, Tomáš Souček will make his 200th Premier League appearance for West Ham. But it follows what was arguably one of his poorest displays in claret and blue. Against Brentford, he completed just 18 of 31 passes, lost possession 14 times, and won only 1 of 3 ground duels, according to SofaScore. He even suffered a nasty cut above his eyebrow early in the match but played on. Souček has been a loyal servant for the club, but reports suggest his time may be running out. With January approaching, West Ham could consider moving him on, and young Songutu Magasa is pushing for his spot in midfield. Meanwhile, off the pitch, transfer news, as always, is doing the rounds again. According to multiple reports, West Ham are working on a January loan deal for Ivan Toney, currently playing for Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia. The former Brentford striker earns around £600,000 per week, tax-free, and has scored 38 goals in 54 appearances since moving abroad. Toney is said to be eager to return to England ahead of the World Cup, after Thomas Tuchel reportedly told him a Premier League move would help his chances with the national team. West Ham are exploring how to structure the loan, covering part of his wages and navigating complex tax issues that come with a move from Saudi Arabia. And from one big target to another, Fabrizio Romano has posted on X today, claiming that Real Madrid have opened talks over a January loan exit for Brazilian wonderkid Endrick. The 19-year-old has not played a single minute in La Liga this season and is pushing for a move to get regular football ahead of the 2026 World Cup. Endrick has been on the Hammers' radar for weeks and could provide the injection of pace and energy the team is missing. And finally, some positive news to round things off. Congratulations to Aaron Cresswell, who this week reached a huge milestone, 600 career appearances in professional football. 369 of those came for West Ham, where he became one of the club's most loyal and respected players. Now at Stoke City, Cresswell remains a cult hero among fans, a reminder of a time when stability and pride in the shirt still meant something. So that's where things stand. West Ham sit 19th, winless under Nuno, and still searching for that first home victory since February. Next up, Leeds away, a massive test for confidence and survival hopes. If you're finding these updates useful, hit like and subscribe. As always, I'll see you in the next one.